All right, guys, pretty excited about this one. I usually don't get too excited on scan tool reviews because there are so many scan tools out there and so many of them do the same thing. But finally, my friends at TOPDON have come through with something very different for the do-it-yourself and even professional market with the new TOPDON One. You've probably heard about this by now if you are really into automotive diagnostics. I want to thank TOPDON for sending me this TOPDON One, not only for this review, but to continue using on my channel. So over the next few months, we are definitely going to see some more features from the TOPDON One, as I will use it in my diagnostic videos. One of the main things, though, as you know, there are many choices for different scan tools out there. There are many choices for the same manufacturer of scan tools out there. TOPDON has several models out there. How do you know the TOPDON One might be the best model for you as opposed to, say, a flagship model from TOPDON like the Phoenix Smart? So let's start with that to make sure you understand what the differences are with the TOPDON One. But also I can tell you the TOPDON One does have some features that are not available on my Phoenix Smart. Okay, the TOPDON One is really more of a do-it-yourselfer model, but it's pretty high level. With the kit, you're going to get this really nice carrying case. You're going to get a 10-inch touch screen here. Got a packing list, some very basic startup instructions, and a couple of cleaning cloths. You also have your ALDL connector here. Now, one little tip, you'll notice that I've attached a string here and I've got a key ring at the end of it. With these wireless connectors, it's really easy to forget and leave them in the car when you're done with your work. The TOPDON One will remind you that your module is still in the car, but just to be safe, what I always do on things like this is I tie a string to it and a key ring. I attach it to the customer key, so there's no chance I can leave this behind. All right, you can keep different accessories in the accessory case here. We've got a extension cable for the OBD here, and we've got, looks like a pair of, hey, how about that? A pair of TOPDON gloves. That's pretty cool. And we've got a couple of charger accessories here to charge up your TOPDON, and it also includes, it looks like, some European style electrical plugs as well. All right, this as opposed to, for example, my Phoenix Smart, which would be your professional version. You can see they are almost identical here. And the Phoenix Smart also has a wireless module as well, but with a long connector here. So I usually rest this up on the dashboard so I don't forget it. And the main difference with these two modules, your Phoenix Smart, really top-of-the-line professional model, and your TOPDON One, more do-it-yourself model, comes down to a couple of things. The main difference with the more professional model TOPDON Phoenix Smart versus the more DIY model TOPDON One is the biggest difference is the programmability with modules and things like that. So let's be honest, most people are not going to be programming in a BCM module in a Mercedes. Now, if you are, then of course the Phoenix Smart probably is the better choice. But if you're not doing a lot of module programming, things like that, tuning, whatever, then the TOPDON One will be a much better value for you because you're getting pretty much the same capabilities here and just paying for things that you wouldn't be using if you were to get the Phoenix Smart. Also, another difference, the TOPDON Phoenix Smart is able to connect to a bunch of different accessories, including 4-channel oscilloscope, ADAS equipment, all kinds of things like that. Whereas the TOPDON One, pretty much the only thing that you might optionally connect to is a battery tester that can connect up with the unit, but it's not going to be able to connect up to like ADAS equipment to align cameras and lane change equipment and things like that. All right, given that, it is pretty clear, I think, to most people that the TOPDON One is a pretty intelligent choice for getting a lot of functionality without paying a lot of extra for things you'll never use or need. There's also a lot of other features with this that are really nice. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and connect up to a car, and we're going to power it on, and we're going to take a look at some of the features. All right, one of the first things you're going to notice is that there's a whole new look to the TOPDON One GUI configuration here. And one of the main things with the One is that there is a lot of assistance available, especially at the do-it-yourself level, not the least of which is right here, the library. So in the library here, there is a lot of information that you can pull up, such as a repair guide. You can type in a DTC for a particular car here. Let's type in P0171. And this will explain what the code is and all kinds of various causes for the code. Gives you a little bit of background information, a lot of education here for sure. And it can walk you even through some steps for diagnosing it. Now, one of the things also that you can access is sort of a list of the top causes for this code. As you guys are well familiar, I really never use things like that. You know, maybe to get an initial direction or something, but I definitely don't look at, hey, what's the most common cause and let's replace that part. I will always diagnose it, but there are a lot of people who still use that method, and this tool is going to give you, I guess, the best chance if you're going to guess at it. But if you are going to do diagnostics, this tool is going to definitely be capable of providing you the data you need. Another nice thing, you can get TSBs for any car. Let's go ahead and pull up an example. So here I've pulled up TSBs for the electrical system, but if we click on that, check this out, you get the actual full TSB. So this can be really useful. Obviously, I very frequently will look up technical service bulletins for any evidence of known issues that will get me in the right direction and how to properly do diagnostics to verify if this is the cause. Look at the diagrams too. All right, another nice little feature, the DLC locator, if you're having trouble finding the data link connector. Typically, this would be more something on a car you're not familiar with, European or exotic model. As we know in the United States, the DLC has to be within 3 feet of the steering wheel, so it's going to be somewhere under the dash, but sometimes a little tricky to find. And we can go here and it will always have a full color picture of exactly where that data link connector is located. I've seen some of them under the armrest console, things like that before on some weird cars, so that can be pretty useful as well. All of this is at your fingertips. Warning light library, if you've got a warning light that you've never seen in your life before, you can see what that warning light is and a description of what the criteria are to set the light off and things like that, so you can head down a evidence-based diagnostic pathway much easier. You can also go on a community and ask for support from other users and just some other kind of cool support things there to help you with your diagnostic process. As with most TOPDON models, you go to the maintenance and you can do all kinds of things, reset, stuff like that. Recently, I had a car where the power windows wouldn't automatically stop at the right positions, and I could go in here and I can set the set points for the automatic window positions and things like that. All of this you can do at the do-it-yourself level with this tool. Oil light resets, obviously, TPMS resets, battery monitor resets. I'm asked to do that very often as cars have the battery monitor sensor that has to be reset when you change the battery. You can do that here. This would be for the optional battery tester that you can use with different TOPDON devices and do advanced level battery testing. And of course, the main thing would be the diagnostics here. So we are actually hooked up to a car. We can either go here to EOBD, which is going to be your global diagnostics. We talk about that on many of my videos, why you would want to go to the global diagnostics. Or you can, of course, go to the auto detect of the VIN and get your enhanced parameters here. Okay, vehicle profile will just show you a bunch of data about the vehicle that you have connected to. Hot functions, this is going to be a lot of very common key on, engine off type functions that will allow you to do different reset procedures and things like that. Often your oil reset, TPMS reset, things like that will be located there. Auto scan is going to go ahead and connect up to the car for enhanced parameter mode. As you see also, even at the do-it-yourself level, we have topology of the modules. As you know, I am a huge fan of this. If you're doing network diagnostics, this is absolutely gold to have the network topology for you here. Down here we can auto scan, and this is going to run through all the modules in the car, look for any codes or anything like that, obviously. The scanner is bidirectional. You will be able to send commands to the different modules, be able to turn on and off solenoids, things like that. If you're, say, doing evap diagnostics and you want to turn a purge solenoid or a vent solenoid on or off, you will absolutely be able to do that. Also, this is compatible with AutoAuth. If you're not familiar with that, some 2017 and up models, I know if you run into a Jeep from 2017 or later, you will run into this. You're only really going to be able to get generic diagnostic parameters as read-only unless you subscribe to a third-party service. Yeah, that's where we're at now. And you need a couple of things. You need that third-party service, AutoAuth, and you need a updated with your registration scan tool that is compatible with AutoAuth. TOPDON One is compatible with that. Now, there are some methods for bypassing the security gateway in the car and not requiring the registration with AutoAuth. But even with that, you will need your device fully registered and updated in order to have the full communications with this. There is an annual registration fee of somewhere around $300. I know sometimes they have specials on that, or you can get multiple years at a discount. Now, obviously, most people won't need to register the tool every year because you're not going to be doing warranty work and things. But if you don't register the tool, you will lose that compatibility with the AutoAuth required vehicles, and you would only be able to have the generic parameters and lose your bidirectional control on those vehicles. But you will retain the features of the scan tool for everything else. So it's not like if you don't register the tool every year that it turns into a brick or something like that. Absolutely not. It just freezes in time with the features you have, except for the AutoAuth. All right, we're going to go into the engine control module just as a demonstration here. Active test, that's going to be all of your various bidirectional controls. We can go to the evap system, the evap solenoid valve. Even at do-it-yourself level, you're going to be able to turn the valve on and off and be able to do diagnostics. You can also look at data while you're doing that and see if you got pressure changes that you would expect. Of course, we explain how to do all of this on my channel. All right, starter relay, this is pretty nice here. This can be really useful if you're doing compression test on a car that has push button start, or that you can't disable a fuse or a relay for fuel injectors or something like that. We can go here and we can just turn starter relay on and off. How about that? Now we can do a compression test. Now, under special function here, we will have, of course, some reset functions. We also do have some learn functions. Again, these aren't programmability functions like you would have with Smart, but on the One, you can do things like your idle relearn, your crankshaft position relearn if you change crankshaft position sensor, camshaft position sensor. So you do have that functionality here as well. All right, let's go to the data stream here. See, we got lots of different categories here. Go to our fuel trim data. Let's go ahead and start this car up. One thing that's kind of nice is that you're going to see that we're going to have the ability to change different parameters on here. If you've got PSI or millimeters of mercury or something like that, you can change between those easily. We can also bring up graphs here. As you know, graphing is critically important to me. And one of the things I do like is we can expand out this graph here. We can add in other things into our graph. One of the things I like is you can very easily change your X and Y axes here to get more amplitude shown on the screen and whatnot. They definitely have made some improvements on your graphing control capability here. One of my common frustrations with do-it-yourself level scan tools is they don't take the graphing seriously on those, and there's very little control you can do with the graphing, and this offers you full control to get beautiful graphs like this, which are integral if you're going to be doing diagnostics instead of guesswork. All right, let's go into the body control module. Do all kinds of fun stuff here. Notice that there are no programmability options shown here on the One. That is, of course, by design to bring the price to a more palatable level for do-it-yourselfers that won't typically be doing those types of functions. We can go to active test. We can go to the windows here. Let's go to the driver window motor. Go ahead and push up. And we can see we can move the window up, push down, and we can see the window moves down. Total bidirectional control, even at do-it-yourself level here. That is a cursory overview of the TOPDON One. So as you can see, really professional level and professional quality scan tool, but it just doesn't have a lot of those really advanced features that, quite honestly, I don't even use very much. You're going to be seeing this a lot on my channel, as this will be my new go-to scan tool unless I have to do some programmability type things or use oscilloscope functions with it or something like that. But for most of you guys, this would be a pretty awesome choice. Oops, get the screen back up there for you. And I love the 10-inch giant screen on the tablet here. I love the protective shell around it. Good God, that saved me a lot of times on my Smart, for sure. It's really well protected if you drop the tool or, God forbid, a engine hood accidentally closes on it. That happened to me before, and so far I've been managed to get away unscathed. So very well built, well designed, very good customer support from TOPDON. This is a really good scan tool for sure. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of this. I hope you found this review helpful. We will put a link to where you can get this exact tool in the channel description, and I hope you enjoyed this.